Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get to the description box. Click that link for my brand new YouTube channel, Green's House. It's all interesting interviews with amazing people. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share and all that other YouTube jargon. I sure would appreciate it. I think you'll enjoy it. I drop new interviews every Monday, and boy, do I got some bangers. But again, I have a question. I come to you guys with my questions because however many thousands of you will watch this, all of those brains are better than my one. So here's my question for the day. And chances are you have the same question if you've heard of this story. Why in the fuck is Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom the governor of California? I know he has aspirations to be the president of the United States, as much as that feels like stomach bile in my mouth to say. Those are his aspirations. But right now, he's only the governor of California, one state. So why the fuck is he over in China playing basketball with children? Now, of course, I will put a link in the description box so you can see this yourself. And to be honest, it looks like he has some skills. He does some Harlem Globetrotter shit, spins the basketball on his finger for a second. Then, hold on, let me turn on a little air here. Then he bounces the ball, but he does it behind his back. Like he bounces the ball with his right hand behind his back into his left hand. So Newsom has some skills on the court. Then he's going to, dribble and do a shot. He turns around and bumps into a little Chinese kid. There's, 4 or 5 of them on the court. They're probably between 8 and 10 years old. And he accidentally bumps into the kid. And so he's falling over with the kid, and he kind of grabs the kid, and they roll over completely, and he pats the kid on the side or something. To be honest, I've seen people saying, oh, he's a pervert and another Democrat and a kid and all that. I don't think Newsom is a pervert. Do I think he's a slimy serpent in a suit? Do I think he's an evil, devilish piece of shit? Yes. There is no politician more that if a genie said you got one wish, I would say I want to kick him so hard in his balls they end up in his chest cavity. But I don't think he was being a pervert. Honestly, what it looked like was somebody who's a father who is used to playing with kids, and that's exactly what he even asked him. You all right, buddy? But I don't think the kid speaks English because they're in China, but whatever. I don't think Newsom is a pervert. I don't think that was a weird pervert moment. Now, if that was Scott Wiener, definitely he would need to be put in cuffs, and that kid would need to be cleansed and then interviewed and asked, where did the bad man touch you? Show me on the doll. But I don't think that was the case with Newsom. It was an honest mistake. He bumped into the kid, whatever. I do also wonder, why are you in China? Why are you forming and or cultivating relationships in a foreign country when you are but a governor of a state in America? Now, he can sit there and say, oh, no, I don't want to run for president. I'm supporting Sloppy Joe. Bullshit. Like Jim Kelly said in Enter the Dragon, that's bullshit, Mr. Handman. Come on. We know you want to run for president. We know you want to fuck this country up just like you did California. And shame on anybody who is going to cast a vote when that happens, when it's Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom versus Trump on the ballot. Anybody who is going to cast a vote for either one needs to do their homework. And anybody who doesn't have special effects, as my son would say, should not be voting for Gavin Newsom to run this country. That means you haven't studied shit and you don't know shit about him. Because all you need to do is Google Newsom, California, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Don't forget, last year, he came within a CUNT hair of being recalled. You're a special piece of shit for California to bring you up for a recall. Gavin Newsom was doing real bad. But as we know, these people fail up. Oh, you're a shitty governor? Let me give you a position in the cabinet, in the administration. Or in this case, oh, you burned California to the ground and then you dumped feces and hypodermic needles on it? Oh man, you need to check out this place we call Washington, D.C. Maybe you should run it all. Why is the governor of ass state over in China hanging out with the locals? Why aren't you here in your state hanging out with the locals? Why aren't you talking to the locals? What can I do? What can I change? And I think, Gavin, if you did that, you would hear the same thing over and over and over. The violence, the taxes, the cost of living, the violence, the taxes, the cost of living, the homeless, the violence, the taxes, the cost of living, the homeless. Do you get it? Do you get it, Gavin? You demonic piece of shit. We will never forget what you did during the sweet and sour sniffles. You're hanging out at the French Laundry and we can't go outside unless we got a doctor's note. You son of a bitch. You have the nerve to set your sights on the presidency after what you did to my home state? After what you did and continue to do to California? I saw a video the other day of a guy in Hawaii. He was in Hawaii where everything but pineapples and sugar have to be imported. And the dude's paying less for gas in Hawaii than he paid right here in California. In case you guys don't know, we refine gasoline here in California. We pull it out of the ground and we turn it into petroleum. And then we export it to the rest of the country. So how are we paying more for something that we make than the rest of the country? And Hawaii, where everything is expensive because it has to be imported. They have to put it on a ship and send it to the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Again, why is Gavin Newsom in China playing basketball with Chinese kids, hanging out with the Chinese president, snorting all that Chinese coke and ingesting all that Chinese fentanyl? If you don't have your eyes set, if you don't have, what do they call that? What's that word? It's an old word. If you don't have designs on the White House, then what in the fuck are you doing in China? He says they're talking about climate change. Really? Do you not know that China, along with India, are taking radioactive shits in the ocean every day? They don't give a damn about the climate change, the environment. So why are you over there? He's forming and cultivating relationships for when he becomes the president of the United States. The powers that be have chosen him, just like they chose Barack Obama. He's stapling flyers on telephone poles in Chicago. Next thing you know, he's being inaugurated. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Here's my husband, my wife, Mike, Michelle, and our two daughters and our daughter. How you do that? I know in America you can work hard and get whatever you want, but not in politics. Either you have the money on your own or you will be chosen. That's why they hate Trump so much, because he paid for everything on his own. He didn't need their blessing. He didn't need their anointing. He didn't need to drink the goat's blood as they chanted druid chants in these weird cloaks while you have something stuck in your ass by Klaus Schwab. That's why they hate him. That's why they don't want him. That's why they're going to be pushing for Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. Sloppy Joe will be tossed to the wayside. That's so weird. Any other governors over there playing b-ball with Chinese kids? No, of course Gavin Newsom is. Why do you think he's putting up billboards in Florida, doing commercials about Florida? I know they both end in A's, you jackass, but Florida is not your state. California is. Meet me in the comments section. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. Hit that link in the description box. You can check out my new YouTube channel, Green's House. And while you're there, hit the Teespring link to get some merch. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.